one for me. One for you. And why not? I bet you are going to lose that excitement very quickly once you see me pouring into the glass table cream. But we are going to keep that fun going because it is our monthly camera challenge time. Yes, we are going to get creative again with whatever you've got, from your smartphone to all the way to DSLR. What are we going to shoot today? It's Zdenka Darula here, and today I'm going to show you how to create abstract photos of liquid and abstract footage of liquid. I decided to do this month because when I look outside, we are still in Canada here, very much frozen. We have ice everywhere and snow, so it's not the time to go outside and shoot spring. Not yet. Therefore, I decided to free up your mind a bit. Try something easy, fun, highly creative, wacky, insane, a little bit out of comfort zone and quite unusual. But that unusual actually sells pretty good for me on stock, and it's a good idea to try it out just in case you don't want to photograph models for stock, or you don't have models handy to photograph right now, or you simply have nothing else to shoot. Before I show you how it's done and assign the creative task for this month, let's look at the submissions from the last challenge, which was double exposure photos from you. The first photo here I have from Nicolars. The photos were taken with iPhone 7 and the final photo was created in Snapseed. Next one is from Randall Pack. He took the photos with Google Pixel XL and edited the final result in Snapseed. Another photo here is from Scott Moore. He took photos with Sony a7 III and final result was created in Photoshop. Another image is from Ron Travel Life. He took photos with Canon EOS M50 and his cell phone and created the double exposure in Photoshop and further edited it in Lightroom. And the last photo which I like the most is from Randall Pack. It's this spider in the woods. Photos were taken with Canon EOS M50 and created the final image in Snapseed. Nicely done! Thank you very much for participating. And now, let's move on. First one here, let's just call it the color clouds. Here is what you need. Clear container for water, table cream, small glasses, wooden stick or any stick, food coloring and syringe. I simply fill up the tank with the water, use the wooden sticks to get rid of all the bubbles inside. Also, don't forget to clean it from outside. You don't want fingerprints or drops of water on the outside of the container. I used a white background. Sometimes I even use black as well. Depends what I want to shoot. When it comes to light, for the photos I used 2 external flashes. For video, I used just continuous lights. Any bright lights on the side will work. The more light the better, as we want to freeze the motion in the photos, so we need fast shutter speed. Now let's get to settings in a camera. We need fast shutter, so I used here 200th a second. Depth of field, I did, I think about 5.6 because I want to have more sharpness. So the higher here, the better. And then I adjusted ISO accordingly. I used the lowest ISO I possibly can get. That's all. I suggest using these gloves for your hands because the food coloring kind of stains the skin and it's hard to wash it. Very simply, take the table cream which you already poured into the glass, don't drink it, but add about 6 drops or more of the food coloring, suck it in, and you are ready to have some fun. here's the outcome from video lights. And you can absolutely shoot this with cell phone too. You can shoot it with any camera, just put it on tripod, have it nice and steady, and you're ready to go. Photo straight from camera looks like this. Then I take it to Lightroom or Photoshop, crank up the contrast as much as I can, play with colors, and voila, done. Second one here, let's just call it the bubbles. I like this one a lot more for footage than in photos, and in fact yesterday I sent a whole bunch of stuff to stock agencies. What you will need for this one is container, oil, water, food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer tablets. Very simply, pour lots of oil into a container, add a little bit of water, which will be at the bottom. I admit I used only video lights with this. I didn't try flashes. Now take your food coloring and make a lot of drops on the top. I used red. Break the Alka-Seltzer in pieces, throw it in, and just hit the record button. I tried to move the lights back and forth because I wanted to get this beautiful bokeh in a footage. So one light was a little bit closer to the camera and the other one was a little bit more further from the camera. And that's what I got. For video, I did slow motion, 120 frames a second, shutter speed was 1/250th, aperture was 5.6. Again, I wanted a little bit more sharpness in the video. And then I adjusted ISO accordingly. I kept the ISO as low as possibly I could. For photos, I used the same continuous video lights. Again, I wanted to keep the shutter speed very fast. I set it up to 200th a second. Aperture I placed at 5.6 because I wanted a little bit more sharpness in the photos, and ISO I pushed all the way down as low as I could. For this one I didn't do much editing really, it's just a little bit contrast, that's it. Last one is here, let's just call it the smudge. What you need is plate, table cream, sharp stick, food coloring, and if you want you can use Q-tips dipped in dish soap. Once again, very simply pour table cream on a plate. I tried it with milk, but the milk wasn't that bright white and wasn't that thick. I find table cream works much better. Place few drops of the color or colors you want. Take the sharp smudge tool and create patterns. If you grab Q-tip with the dish soap, it will actually move in different pattern, and then you can again adjust it with the stick. For light, I just used this continuous light, which I use for all my videos. When it comes to settings, I didn't do fast shutter speed because it's just not moving anywhere. So I did for shutter speed 1/60th, just enough not to shake the camera. Aperture, I kept it at 5.6, but I think it could actually go lower. I did the lowest ISO possible here as well. Then took photos of it, twisted, turned it, just created a whole bunch of different photos. Once I uploaded it to Lightroom, I pumped up the contrast big time. Then I also changed colors, played around, until I came up with something new and interesting. And done! So those were my creations when it comes to liquid. Some of them, because I just do so much more when it comes to liquid. Now, my friends, is your turn. You have until April 15th to come up with photos or footage of liquid. You can totally do whatever I was doing here, or you can try something new and very creative. As long as it shows liquid, texture, movement, pattern, anything like that, you're good to go. You can take photos of water splashes, even a beer, because season is coming up. All you have to do is add the dish soap in it to make that foam very thick on the top, but just don't drink it afterwards. And I'm so excited, I'm so thrilled. You can upload the photos and footage to ZD Camera Challenge Facebook group, or you can upload it on Instagram, and don't forget to use the hashtag ZDChallenge4. I'm so excited, I cannot wait to see your results. Don't forget to include the information what camera was taking the photos or footage, and also which lens you were using for others to see. And the best work will be showcased in the next creative challenge video, which will be in April. All I have to say now is hit the thumbs up button if you like today's video. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button to know when the next video is up. And don't forget to subscribe for all future videos. If you have any questions or comments, or simply want to say hello, please do so in the video description below. Or if you have an idea for next camera challenge, you actually want to challenge me, please write that in the video comment section below. I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna respond to all as well, as I always do. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao. Ahoj. When I used to warm up before work, I used to work as a radio announcer back in Czech Republic. All I had to do was this. 3330 stříbrných křepelek přeletělo přes 3330 stříbrných řek. Your turn. You try it.